Guys, Marquise Tolbert and William Tolliver have been in custody at the King County Jail since they were extradited here from Las Vegas. Tomorrow morning, we'll learn much more about how they plan to respond to murder charges.
The last time we saw William Tolliver and Marquise Tolbert was in a Las Vegas courtroom for a hearing to extradite them back to Seattle, where they're accused of firing a volley of gunshots on a busy downtown intersection during rush hour last month. The shooting killed one person and injured 7, including a child. Tolliver and Tolbert are expected to be arraigned Wednesday morning in a Seattle courtroom to formally hear the charges brought against them and enter pleas. Court documents allege the pair fired at least 20 rounds, quote, with no regard for the dozens of innocent people around them. Both were charged with first-degree murder with a firearm and 6 counts of first-degree assault with a firearm. Tolbert was also charged with first-degree unlawful possession of a firearm, and Tolliver was charged with second-degree unlawful possession of a firearm.
Harborview Medical Center tells us one victim from the shooting is still in the hospital. A 50-year-old woman, she is in satisfactory condition. The suspects are being held without bail. We will be there in the courtroom tomorrow morning. We'll bring you more on what they say. Live in downtown Seattle, Ted Land, King 5 News.